Which is called Peace and Love.
Same with planet Earth. Pray on! Pray on! Same with planet Earth. Environmental suppression is in the atmosphere. Climate is changing and global warming is here. So come together people, everybody, one and all. Men, women, boys and girls, we tell you right throughout the world. Men, women, boys and girls, we tell you right throughout the world. Every planet Earth, we tell you, every planet Earth. Every planet Earth, we tell you, every planet Earth. Every planet Earth, 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 every planet Earth.
Oh yes, I was here when the first carnival started.
Which was what year?
1964.
We are changing preservation, so different more care. Stuff is global warming and pollution in the air. So come together.
And on the road that day, the band consists of four of the people who I knew. We had Russell Henderson, we had Selwyn Batiste, we had Anthony Chin, Sterling. I think those four are the first people that play on the road here in Carnival.
What was they playing on? Steel band?
Oh, just steel band, yeah, steel band.
Okay. And was it on the floor and people?
No, it was just people walking.
Walking with
yeah,
steel
walking
band
steel band around your neck, yeah. That was where I left them that year. And I kept on coming back to the carnival every year until I started my family. 1970, 71, I took the baby down to the carnival in the car and we have a look around, and you know, in those days you could just park on the off street and see the whole thing passing, you know? And on the way going back to my home now, I turned on the radio and heard about the violence of 76 in the carnival. So having started writing all this music in my house, I figured, well, this is the cue for me to go to the carnival and promote peace and love there, because this message of peace and love is coming to me. So I just kept on writing the music, and then I go and get involved in the carnival. 76, 77, I go as a steward for the first year, and really helped that year, and after carnival follow up with the meetings and so forth. I go to them, but the members of the carnival was very impressed with me.
Everybody out there!
Well, first of all, I must tell you, my grandmother was head Shango mother in Grenada for many, many years. Her name is Gertrude.
What does that actually mean, head Shango
She presides at the Saraka, the feasts, every year when the crops harvest and everything. They give thanks to the gods for the good year harvest and all that. She goes and presides on that, you know.
So is it an ancient African culture?
Oh, it's an ancient African culture, definitely. And she had the power to tap them on the head and make them dance and all that sort of thing. Yeah. And I used to hold her clothes and go to all these functions with her. So when the Shango woman decided, Merle Major, she was Shango woman, and she decided to use Shango powers to help position the different people in the committee. They all come up with the idea that I was to be the chief of steward.
The chief of?
Chief steward of the carnival. You're in charge of the things that are happening, you know, whatever is happening, you're in charge of it, and you're a servant, you know, to the function. So, but to keep it in good hands, you know.
Did you go ahead, buddy? Come, hey, yo.
I was a steward in 78, and 78 and 79, we had to liaison with the police. As a matter of fact, I was the one who got the police in Notting Hill Gate to stop the policemen from sitting in the coaches waiting for when something go wrong to get out and go and beat black people in the street. But if you've got them cooped up in buses, 32, 52 in a bus, in a coach, or 32 in a coach, sit down there, and 6, 7 o'clock in the evening you heard the littlest disturbance, God, they want to jump out of there and take liberty with people, yeah? 77, when I was just a steward in the carnival and not the chief of steward yet, I see photographers go on top buildings in Acklam Road and give signal to youths that they have paid money to. And then we found out that reporters were paying children, young youths, black, to run in the carnival like the steamers when there was no more, to keep on with the idea of violence in the carnival. But with our involvement, things start to subside.
It's important that you retain the authenticity of carnival. It is very important. Why it is important? Because it is actually a cultural phenomenon. You know, it's not a street festival as people would like it to make out to be. Hence, and the reason why I feel defining it is important, it is because you understand the use of the cultural aspect, or the significance of it being a cultural aspect, in terms of it bonds people. You know, in other words, culture is something that is utilized to move people from one level to another. You know, and when we talk about culture, we're not talking about just the aspect of dance and as most people would define culture. We are getting to the grass. We never say it would be easy to live at the Almighty God that lead me. Hear me now. Anytime you see me in me uniform, to get the victory. Well, it's about the masking, you know, the making of the mask. You know, it's about the displays. It's about the vibrancy. It's about the theater of carnival. You know, it's about, and that's what we know in the Caribbean. Carnival really had a lot of roots in Africa. Certainly, if you look at over the history, masking is something that occurred in Benin and all these places, right? But it's important to keep it on the street. You know, it's important for the police and the establishment to understand that it's a joyous occasion. You know, and the restriction, the barriers, and all that, and the flowing. Imagine the Metropolitan Police went to Trinidad on a conference on Carnival and want to tell Trinidadians how to manage and police Carnival, when we've been doing it for the past 200 years.
friend of mine, Selden, he's always going in the carnival. I meet him, I say, performing up there at the tent. He said, see at the tent, man, it was nice. I say, I thought you might have make it on carnival. He say, when the police enclosed pen, he call it our carnival a police enclosed pen now. Because why? We got too many police out there. Too many rules and laws. Can't go here, can't go there, block this, block that. Carnival is happiness. It's a way for people to let out a vent, you know, from little injustice we're going on in the community and different things. You say, well, in Carnival, come man, hell with it. Have a drink, I have a smoke. You understand? I'll go and jump in the band. You know, in Peace and Love Carnival, by Peace and Love, take one. Pam 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 palam pam 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 palam pam 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 palam parap pam 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 parap pam 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 parap pam 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 pidum pidum pam pim pam pim. It is ever so exciting, this most wonderful of art, and anybody, if they want, will come on and just take part. It is necessary, people, to make the statement of mine that peace and love is the only way, and you must find the time. That peace and love is the only way, and you must find the time. People, 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 hear us when we call. You're cordially invited to a Peace and Love Carnival. Welcome, welcome, please hear us when we say peace and love is the only way. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love is the only way. So come on and have some fun in Peace and Love, in Peace and Love Carnival. Pam 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 palam pam 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 palam pam 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 palam pam palam.